So, only for the third time this year, we have a back-to-back number one, and we got a lot of news and a lot of movies to cover. So, let's go.
Let's fucking go. Here I come. Here I come.
We will watch your career with great interest.
You are such a kid.
This is where the fun begins.
It's showtime.
And here we go.
Welcome into another edition of the Movie Geek Podcast. I'm your host, George T., and this is the box office report. Like I said in the intro, there is a lot of movies coming up this weekend, and there has been a lot of news, so I will not waste any time. However, if you are new to this channel, like, comment, subscribe, definitely subscribe. I've had a lot of content out in the last few weeks, especially with the Razzies and the Oscars being done this past weekend. Go and see those episodes. Also, I did see the number 3 movie, Undertone. That one I put out on Monday. Go and check that out. Alright, so here is the box office report. We have, at number 5 was Goat, moved from 4 to 5, taking in 4.7. Scream 7 went from 2 to 4 at 8.3 million. Number 3, as I said in the opener, Undertone, 9.3 million. Reminders of Him, brand new movie, in number 2 spot, 18.2, and Hoppers, number 1 again, 28.5. And again, with the 3 movies that have stayed at number 1 more than 1 week, they have not had a huge drop-off. So happy for Hoppers there. So as you can see, 2 kids movies in the top 5 still. So again, families are going back to the movies, even though it is pretty expensive to go to the movies probably, but they are going to see movies. Number 3 last week, The Bride, finished 6 at 2.1, so that has definitely dropped off since its opening weekend. And again, I had that review last Monday, so go and check that out. So you'll wrap up Goat in the 5 spot at 4.7, Scream 7 in the 4 spot, 8.3, Undertone in the 3 spot, 9.3, Reminders of Him in the 2 spot at 18.2, and Hoppers 28.5. And again, there is a ton of movies coming out this week, a lot. But then the next 2 weeks, not so much, or at least the website that I go through does not have a lot of movies, but we shall see. You know, things just kind of pop up out of nowhere, and that's usually how it works. Alright, so we've got a movie called War Driver. Cole, played by Dane DeHaven, prowls the city war driving, hacking from his car and stealing on the move. He convinces himself no one gets hurt until black market tech predator Oscar, played by Mahmoud Afi, you know me names, forces him into $1 million cyber heist. The job exposes a mob boss, played by Jeffrey Donovan, using Sarah, played by Sasha Cale, to launder his fortune. As bullets fly and betrayals close in, Cole must risk everything to return the money, protect Sarah, and survive a deadly game of cat and mouse where every line of code could be his last. So it does look pretty interesting, and it'll be out in very limited release. Another one that will be out in limited release, Vampire of the Velvet Lounge. a coven of vampires is hunting on dating apps where they meet vampire hunters and schedule dates. The nights that unfold are action-packed in modern horror madness. It stars Mina Sobier, um, Stephen Dorff, um, Rosa Salazar, Sarah Dumont, Tyrese Gibson. I'm sorry. So yeah, this looks very trippy and kind of, I want to say, old school kind of Buffy. Um, Not Sarah Michelle Gellar Buffy, but um, that ill-fated one with Christy Swanson. All right, there's another movie called Touch Me. Murder, mayhem, bloodshed ensue when a woman's ex, who happens to be an extraterrestrial, invites her and her family to his mansion for the weekend. Paget Brewster stars in this film. So there's that. We got Two Prosecutors. This is a Russian film. In the USSR in 1937, a newly appointed prosecutor discovers an undestroyed letter from a prisoner that reveals corruption in the secret police, the NKVD. His search for the truth becomes dangerous. Probably something I will get to see at some point when it gets to streaming, but it will be in very, very limited release. Now we get two documentaries coming out. The Rise of the Red Hot Chili Peppers is one of them. I don't really have to go into that, but if you are a Red Hot Chili Pepper fan, you will want to see this documentary. And then Space Woman, another documentary, explores achievements of Ellen Collins, the first woman to pilot and command a spacecraft, paving the way for the next generation of female space explorers. So that does look pretty good, pretty inspiring, and I'll definitely check that out. Then we have another documentary, Mark by Sophie. So we have Sophia, I'm sorry, an intimate, unconventional portrait of Marc Jacobs, and crafted by Sofia Coppola to capture the genius and singular universe of an iconic American fashion designer. So if you are a Marc Jacobs fan, this will be something you will enjoy. Also, Dryleaf is a 2025 experimental road movie about a father searching for his missing daughter across rural Georgia, in Russia, not here in the United States. Looks compelling, and I do like documentaries, so I definitely will check this out as well. Now we have a Spanish movie coming out, Do Not Enter. Two friends, aspiring YouTubers, trespass where they shouldn't. Their adventure takes a terrifying run as they confront an unimaginable horror. So I liken this film a little bit to Attack the Block. It looks pretty silly, but it'll be in limited release and probably on video on demand soon after. Then we get a German movie called The Late Shift. Flora, a dedicated nurse, tirelessly serves in a understaffed hospital ward. However, one day her shift becomes a tense and urgent race against the clock. So, I give nurses, doctors, all the credit in the world for what they do. So if you're interested in that, that'll also be out in very limited release. Let's see. We got Memoirs #3. It's also a German film. After a car crash kills her boyfriend, piano student Laura is taken in by Betty, who witnesses the accident. Living with Betty's family brings comfort, but Laura starts to question their intentions as time passes. So, um, interesting little story here, and again, will be in very limited release. We have Mr. Burton coming out. A schoolmaster, Philip Burton, played by Toby Jones, becomes a mentor to Richard Jenkins, played by Harry Loti, a working-class Welsh schoolboy who becomes Richard Burton, one of the most celebrated actors of his generation. So this looks pretty good as well. And again, this one's also in limited release. Um, so, all right. Ricky is another movie that's coming out, newly released after being locked up in his teens. 30-year-old Ricky navigates the challenging realities of life post-incarceration and the complexities of gaining independence for the first time as an adult. Stephen James plays the older Ricky um, in this film. And, you know, again, the struggles of, you know, being in jail since you were a kid or a teenager at least, and now having to be an adult after what, probably 12, 15 years in prison. So it does look pretty interesting. A movie that I am looking forward to, and I'm hoping it will play around here. But again, with a lot of the cinemas around me, some movies are just not getting played this close to me. But it is my number 5 from this past month, Toe. This is the Rose Byrne movie. Um, Also Demi Lovato, Octavia Spencer, and Elisa Fisher. A true story of Amanda Ogle, a homeless Seattle woman who fought her way out of a tow company hell to reclaim her life and her car after receiving a tow bill for $21,634. What in the hell could that have been about? But Rose Byrne, from the trailer, does another amazing job. She did not win the Oscar. Jessie Buckley did this year. I think this might be one of those roles for Rose to garner some Oscar buzz for the upcoming year in 2026. We also do have one animated film, The Pout Pout Fish. I actually have the book here for Austin. It was funny the other day. Ashley was looking for the book. She was like, "Have you seen Pout Pout Fish?" And I'm like, "What, the movie?" And she's like, "No, the book." And I'm like, "No, there's a movie," because I was doing research on this for this episode. Obviously, it is an animated fantasy comedy film based on the children's book. Nick Offerman, Jordan Sparks, Amy Sardis is some of the voice actors in this film. All right, then 2 movies that probably will be out in major release. My number 1 for the month of March, and then this one, which I put on my list as one of those movies I'm interested in, but I'm not hyped about because I thought the first one was good enough. But it is Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. Real reason is because Sarah Michelle Gellar is in it. And I've always been a huge Sarah Michelle Gellar fan. So I will see it. However, like I said, the first one was pretty good. I didn't know we really needed a sequel. But here is the description of the sequel. After surviving an all-out attack from the Ladomus family, Grace, played by Samara Weaving, discovers she's reached the next level of this nightmarish game, and this time with her estranged sister, Faith, played by Catherine Newton, by her side. To survive, Grace must keep Faith alive and claim the high seat of the council that controls the world. Four rival families are also hunting her for the throne, and whoever wins will rule it all. Elijah Wood also stars in this film as well. Finally, the number one movie for this month, and I think this will be number one next week. Apologies to Hoppers, but Project Hail Mary. School teacher Roland Grace, played by Ryan Gosling, wakes up on a spaceship with no recollection of who he is and how he got there. As his memory slowly returns, he soon discovers he must solve the riddle behind a mysterious substance that is causing the sun to die out. A detail of the mission unravels. He calls on his scientific training and sheer integrity, but he may not have to do it alone. So in the preview, you do see that he meets up with an alien and becomes good friends with him when he basically loses contact during one of the missions. So, and of note, Melina Van Troop, she was the AT&T spokesperson for a very long time. She is actually in this film, so I thought it was pretty interesting, a little side note. So there is your weekend box office report. Now, like I said, I will be seeing Project Hail Mary. I will have a review for it. I do want to see Toe. I want to try to get a review of that, but I'm not sure where it's playing. And maybe I will do a Ready or Not 2, depending on how much time I have this weekend to see. All right, now some news. So there's a lot of trailers that have been coming out recently. So I'm going to try and either do a whole reactionary video like I did the last time, or I might just do a bunch of shorts, reaction videos. But let's start with the bad first. We've got Jason Statham news. He is reportedly working on another sequel of the Meg 3. I have no words for it. I really don't. I mean, do we really need another Meg movie? I don't think so. I don't know. Jason, just go back to doing action films and on land. You know, again, how many more Megalodons are there out there? Anyway. So it is reported that Megan Fox has been pushing the DCU for a chance to play Poison Ivy. Would you be interested in a Megan Fox Poison Ivy? Me personally, no. I can think of a few other actresses, but again, Megan Fox is interested, and will the DCU decide to do that? All right. So some big news. John Wick 5. Yes, you heard me right. John Wick 5 has been greenlighted. And Keanu Reeves is coming back. Yes, he is coming back. Now, details are unclear as to how or what capacity Keanu is coming back. Is he still alive? I mean, again, how 4 ended, there is a possibility that they faked his death so that he could live out his days. Or will he be, in backstory form? Like, oh, hey, Or, again, is this going to be one of those mentoring ones, and it's really not 5, like he's got a protege or something. You know what I mean? There's so many different things it could be, but looking forward to details on that when it arrives. Now, for you Marvel fans, yes, for the Marvel fans out there like myself, 2 big news headlines. Number 1, today dropped the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. So I will be doing a quick short on that. Yesterday, they started throwing little clips out there in different time zones, in different cities. Different influencers were given these, and so people started to, contact each other to kind of put them together. What we are getting is an official trailer today. Actually, already has happened. And then finally, for Phase 7, after Secret Wars is done, there is no currently plans for Avengers in Phase 7. So we are welcoming the mutant era. So you're going to see the X-Men movies. You're going to see maybe a Blade movie finally. So you're going to see a lot of different things. You will not see Avengers. So now, does that mean they're going to kill all the Avengers off? Or are we just going to focus on propelling Marvel forward to the next big baddie? And then maybe in Phase 8, bring in the Avengers that are left, or even the new Avengers, or the young Avengers, or A-Force, or, whatever they want to do. Because obviously they'll need a new baddie. So, and there's still plenty of untouched baddies in the Marvel universe. So it'll look interesting. But at least Phase 7, we know we're getting all new movies or all new factions. So we will be definitely getting an X-Men movie. And I want to see how they do it. Because I have been a X-Men fan for a long time. I definitely want to see how they do this. And will they do it right? I think they will. I think they've got their mojo back. And Brand New Day definitely is going to propel that forward. And of course, Doomsday and Secret Wars. Still waiting for confirmation as to what Secret Wars is going to be. Whether it's going to be part 1 and 2 or just one very long movie. Most likely, my gut feeling, we're getting 2 movies. Because why would you want to make a 4 or 5 hour movie when you can make 2 movies 2.5 to 3 hours long and make a ton of money? Just a boatload of money. That would be my choice. Alright, so that is it for the weekend box office report. And again, thanks for watching and being a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. Help out this channel. And I feel there's a lot of growth there. There's a ton of stuff. I mean, I have almost 160 shows. There's like 250 shorts out there. I also have a paranormal side as well. Go ahead and follow. I am going to be doing some more paranormal stuff in the future, so that'll help maybe get a different audience in. But till then, I will see you all at the movies.
You like that, baby? Let him know where that came from, yeah!
See you next time. Bye.
Waiting for you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye. Goodbye.
Hasta la vista, baby.
That's all, folks.